What did you think of when you came up with the name Block Giant?
I thought the fact that we used to break dance on the block. I mean, I did. I had to lower me from my mama house. Remember, like, I had to practice, like, you feel me? And it has so many meanings for me. Like, we went from the block, like just break dancing. Nah, but real talk though, we did. We started from the block on some bullshit. Then we linked up and became some giants in the b-boy scene. Like, and honestly, when it came to the blocks, I was thinking about some other shit that had to do with selling drugs, but still same correlation. Big block giants,
right? Static. So, oh Jesus, coming out with that heat, man.
Yes, sir. One thing I like about I don't know if you're adopting the strategy I'm using when it comes to these sleepers that we busting, but I see it on the list and I actually choose not to listen to it beforehand.
Okay.
Because I actually really like, especially if I haven't heard the song before, I wanted to actually really feel the song, let it set my mood, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So like right now when I was over here just vibing, I was like, ooh, Meth got it still. Okay.
Heavy.
Okay. Then I was like, was that Bun B? I had to look. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's kind of a cool experience, you know what I'm saying? And now it creates a cool little vibe, you know?
Yeah. It's dope, man. It's like that old school feel, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's new, but it's old. Like it's still new sounding, but it's got that old feel. So I just like
Big
that.
facts.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
And Static, he got a bunch of that kind of stuff. That's what I was telling you. He's dope. I put his album on the top 10. This is just this is another project he already got with Bun B. This is the third one where it's him and Bun B link up. So this is what I'm saying. This dude, shout out to Static. He's
I never heard the whole series they got going, Trill Static. So I'm gonna go beat that.
Yeah. Check that out if you ain't. I have a link in the bio, y'all.
For sure. I was gonna ask you, do you actually listen to the songs that I put for the sleeper before the episode, or do you just get surprised like I do?
No, I want to know so that I actually play it a few times. I want to be able to enjoy it with you. I don't want it just to be like, you know what I mean? I want to know how to swim if I'm coming over to your swim party, to your pool party. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel it.
I ain't gonna be like first time touching the water. I'm gonna wait. Nah, I want to be able to swim, play around. So,
no, I feel you because back when we used to dance and shit like that, like we used to study the beat before we even went to any jam or event because you knew every crevice of the song for when you hit your whatever set it might be, or even when you have to might freestyle because you messed up on your set. At least you knew the beat, like you know what I'm saying. I understand it.
Yeah,
I think I think now I just like being surprised. Like I don't know, it's kind of more fun. Like I get to feel like because I want to come into this with some brand new energy. It might take me out of the little vibe I was already in. Rihanna again out of nowhere. That was awesome. I had to put that right back on my playlist. Pay me what you owe me. All you got. What you say?
Oh, you talk about that Rihanna song?
Oh yeah. Well, I know that sounds a diamond song.
The remake.
Yeah. And that's gonna be on the soundtrack to the new Super Mirror album, right? That's gonna be on the soundtrack, right? Well, yeah. If you guys aren't familiar with what we're talking about, we're cracking jokes on I want to say Dalton County's Super Mirror, who her name is Tiffany Henyard. She has done one of the most, in my opinions, stellar jobs of holding office in Dalton County. I got to give you my honest take, man.
Let's go.
I laughed about this shit for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, I can't stop laughing. Like, when was the last time you've ever seen a black person get away with anything blatant in front of everybody's face for years, like Donald Trump-esque type like immunity, like, and just get away with it? Like, I laugh from a good, healthy place for like, man, I rewound a few episodes. I even started digging for other people talking about it because the more you dig, the more hilarious it is. Like y'all ain't. Look, man. Look, man. She got her jail record. She couldn't even get promoted to manager at In-N-Out. How did you vote for it? And she won by 82% vote.
82%.
Like I said, I feel like it's crazy how she took that town from a 2 million surplus to a 5.8 million deficit.
Just under the 6.
But I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like she give me Meek Mill vibes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The way her response to everything be, like, you know what I mean? She said, "Don't bother me." She had a little video, like when she was talking about like
calling out people.
I laughed.
She was calling people out on that video. I was like, yo.
I laughed from a good, healthy place. I went in another room. I started showing people and sharing it. They're like, "Oh, it's messed up, huh?" I'm like, "No, wait till you see the Wesley Snipes outfit." Like,
the New Jack City campaign move.
And then the crazy part is, though, like when she came in with that gold chain, like you knew that was taxpayer money she spent on the like.
You knew it wasn't a fake chain. That was a real one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, she ain't half-assing it. Yeah, she ain't half-assing.
She hit that real one.
Yeah, very reminiscent of what's her name? The founder of Black Lives Matter. Very reminiscent. Very reminiscent. But they busted her out quick.
Yeah.
She doing her thing. Matter of fact, they arrested somebody else in the county next to her for doing the same thing, a gentleman, a male. And she over there back to Vegas.
Out of control, dog.
What'd you think about the scenario? My bad. I thought it was hilarious. I think like y'all don't have no impeachment process, like nothing. Like that's wild. Y'all just be upset. They just protest. She locking people out. She's like, "Well, if you want to kick me out, well, where you gonna vote at? I locked y'all out." Like she's a one-on-one.
She's been in the rules to make dictatorship in a sense, right?
Oh yeah. She's definitely a female Chairman Mao at Dalton County. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hey, I ain't mad at her.
Chairman Mao.
I'm supposed to be mad at her though.
Yeah. I mean, how mad, really? I guess is.
I laugh every time I see her. She got a new Gucci jacket on. Have you seen the wardrobe? It just be.
Oh yeah.
Every time I see her, I'm like,
she kitted and fitted, yo.
I'm like, go ahead, queen. I was like, go ahead, slay queen. Like, I'm not mad. Like, you see her in the video, she taking care of her daughter. They ice skating. Her daughter Gucci down. Like, I think that was Montclair the daughter had on. Like,
oh my god.
I was like, spoil your children. You know what I mean? Like, hey. She was bipping 4 years before that, and then now she's scamming. She's scamming, but I mean, hey, she's one of my favorite people this year. I ain't gonna lie. She closed out 2023 with a bang for me. It's just, it's the news reports, bro. It's the news reports when they make it sound like it's such a tragedy. Like everybody know you exactly because like everybody know you doing it. But all right, I guess you're coming back to work on Monday. All right, then. Well, meanwhile, in news, meanwhile in news, Stephen Curry hit 44 points the other day. All right, then cool. Moving on. Like that's how they move. I'm like, oh,
yeah. No, I was wondering the same thing about the whole like impeachment or how can people get kind of like get out of those kind of positions, but the story of her focusing and turning her life in a different direction is amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That part of it, like being able to flip and focus and hone in and master that craft, whatever she was doing.
Yeah,
I gotta like be like, yo, that's props. But
that's a definition of a glow up.
But that's obviously,
full definition. Go ahead.
She didn't keep her hands clean during the whole process, really, for the most part, to some extent.
I'm trying to figure out how she knew that the blank dude, the blank abuse dude that she hired. I'm like, how do you even know this dude? He's been gone for 24 years and you only 37. So you were 14 when he left. So how do you even end up employing this gentleman on county money, on taxpayer money?
I'm gonna plead the Smith on that.
Oh, plead the Smith. He don't want to do a faux pas. I feel you.
I ain't messing with
Okay.
that one. I ain't messing with
Okay.
that one. Because she crazy enough to try to sue just little old me, so I'm cool. She crazy enough.
Yeah. She got the police force behind her. You know what? She kind of do remind me of Nino Brown, though. She got the police force with her. Like, you
You
know
can
what I
tell
mean?
she got that energy. Might not be always on 100, but some of that's in there.
Yeah.
Might be 35, 45, 85% of it.
No.
Might be that.
The funniest thing is, though, when she passed that law, though, and was like, yeah, I'm making about 280,000 a year. But if whoever comes in after me is going to be making 25,000 a year.
Mm.
Like, so to discourage people from running against her because they ain't getting no money.
That was to me the craziest move. I was like, yo, this is chess. This is chess. Why is she?
Oh,
like,
big
can
chess.
you do
Big
this? Can
chess.
you? It's like, wow, I guess you could do that. Like,
well, actually,
how?
if you hear the story about it, which makes it hilarious as well, is that she snuck it in a what are those?
Like a bill or whatever.
Yeah, in a bill, exactly.
Yeah,
She stuck it in a bill and gave it to him like an hour or two before the actual commenced the meeting. Like, and then they just like glanced over and just passed it. So
I got a question.
I got an answer.
You think she came up with this diabolical plan, or she had other people tell her she could probably do this, and then she was like, pull the trigger? You know what I mean?
If she has other people with her, honestly,
You know what I mean?
From my opinion is from how they're painting it,
Mm-hmm,
they're painting her as like Lex Luthor, like, you know what I mean, like diabolical, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I wondered.
Like, she came in and just bulldozed, like, and that is a great question though that you bring up though, because how do you go from a bipper, like breaking in cars, and then 5 years later you running for mayor, and then you winning, and then you like how?
Now you're in control of all these budgets.
Yeah, that's why I said
Like,
like I said, that's the craziest glow up I've seen for a 5-year plan. Like, that sounds like an urban book to me, like without the drugs. Like, crazy. But
I feel like if she was doing it the right way, that story would be like massive.
She could probably run for mayor. Oh, sorry, mayor. She could run for
Governor.
president. Like, I mean, about she's only 30, she's young. Yeah, she's young. She's only 37. Like, if she really did it right in 15 years, when she was about 52, boom, she would have right there. She would you seen her right there in the commercial too. I've represented Dalton County for the last 20 years doing it. You know how it comes on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how it comes on. My accolades are such and such and such and such. I kept crime and such and such. Yeah, you know how it goes.
All that good stuff.
Yeah. That's how Kamala got in there. We listened to it. Well, actually, they listened to it. I didn't buy it. We actually lived in the city where she worked at, so we didn't buy that ish that she was saying.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, speaking of California and
the new laws, right?
Kamala,
what about Kamala?
Right? No, I mean, we got them laws, right? Y'all getting them changes?
Yeah. What changes?
I don't know. It looks like it's let's see.
This is another funny thing. This might be the funny part.
They can't ask you no more. They have to like disclose the reason why they pulled you over,
right?
And not try to like hit you with some funny questions and
right.
Why do you think I pulled you over? Like, I can just tell you why I pulled you over.
right.
Why do you give me some extra stuff? Like, so.
So no, I'm saying. So, what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know. It's cool. It's a California thing, so I'm like, what do you think? Like, it don't really affect me.
Oh, that's true.
So that's why when you said it, I was like, oh shit, I had no idea because I'm not.
I'm gonna premise. I'm gonna premise what I think about it with a story about my cousin, a cousin you actually know. Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah, for sure. I remember I was living in LA at the time. I want to say a long time ago, about maybe 15 years ago. He just called me and said, I got my license. I got a new car. Like, I'm super juiced. I can finally pick up my girl. I said, oh, that's what's up. Like, I said, you got your license? He said, man, nah, I ain't got it, but I drive like a little old lady, so I'm not getting pulled over. I said, okay. I don't recommend that, but hey, you know what I mean? You know how people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just drop it 2 cents. Just drop it 2 cents and be on your way.
And leave the meter.
Yeah.
Leave the
Drop
meter.
it 2
Yeah, for
cents.
sure. Especially because you know who I'm talking about too. So you know exactly. So yeah, literally a week to the day, I get a phone call. a week to the day.
Oh man.
I said, what's going on with Cuz? He said, man, I just got out of jail, man. I said, well, what happened? They had me on suspended license. Like, I said, they did me greasy. And I said, they did you greasy? I said, what happened? He said, yeah, they pulled me over. And then he came up to the window and said, license registration. I asked the man, I said, what'd you pull me over for? He said, your music was too loud. My cousin said, I don't have a radio. Cop said, oh, my bad. Well, anyway, license registration.
Well, I got you. Let me check, make sure everything's official.
Right. So, like I said, I premised my opinion by saying they don't need a reason. That's not going to change anything. Like it might look good. You know what I mean? It might look, you know what I mean, to the taxpayers, like, oh, we're trying to subjugate or advert, you know what I mean, racism or any kind of ism, but no. We cosplay their games. You know what I'm saying? We know what y'all on. We know what type of timing y'all on. You know what I mean? But that's it. I mean, like I said, it looked good. I got excited for a second. Oh, hey, look, that means they're gonna lie to me different. Oh, never mind. What'd you think about it?
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting that we're getting to the nitty-gritty of this, like what they can say or how they can say or whatever. Like, I'm like, okay, now we're getting to this fine, granular analyzation of the situation or each situation. And I'm wondering, I'm like, does that mean I still feel like there's obviously still enough wiggle room to where it's like they can tell you, but they don't have to tell you immediately. That doesn't have to be the first thing, or like it's not clean in the sense that, oh, I see this and I see how it benefits not only our people but all people, but especially our people. But I just feel like it's like what you're saying. It's cool, but it's not. It doesn't feel genuine in that sense where full coverage of everybody getting taken care of. Like, I want to stop you before I even talk to you. Before I get your information, I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what's wild? You hit a different angle I didn't even see coming. You said they don't have to tell you when
first.
That was never stipulated.
Like, and I haven't seen anything that said that, and that's where I'm like,
thank you. That was the loopholes. You know what I'm saying? That was wild right there. Once you said that, I was like, wait a minute. Yep. I thought they were just gonna lie to you different. Yeah, they'd be like, oh, never mind. We just gonna still do what we do, and then
I can still be like license registration, blah blah blah.
And,
all right, hey, the reason I pulled you over is because
no, or they still do all the fuck shit. Yeah, well, we in 18 minutes. Yeah, they still do all the fuck shit, and then pull you out the car, whatever, arrest you, and then they put it in the police report on their way taking you to jail. Like, oh yeah, I pulled you over for the woo. There's no time limit on it, or maybe they gotta tell you why they pulled you over before your first court date. There's no time. Like,
yeah,
no, you're right. I left it wide open.
They're supposed to be. Well, they say that they're supposed to do it first before any questions. But I mean, what happens if somebody who's been on the force a while, muscle memory, license registration, just what's the stipulations? What happens then? Is this whole thing get mistrial thrown out because he went out of order off some old memories and habits? Like, that's kind of just where I'm like, I don't have clarity on that, but they say they're supposed to say it first. I did look again. They did mention it. They're supposed to say that first. I just looked. I got you right here.
Too. Oh, okay, bet. Because I want to look again too. Because I don't want to be over here just talking.
Yeah. State the purpose of the traffic stop before asking any other questions. Same goes for pedestrians.
That's big for pedestrians too. That's very big. That's actually bigger. That's actually bigger than
For the
actually
pedestrians.
yeah, but no, for the people in general.
Yeah,
Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people who are not living a certain way, I want to say, maybe they might be involved with criminal elements, or might be, you know what I mean, or maybe just fresh out of jail or anything like that. Like, if you're not been like working towards other things, sometimes you don't have a vehicle, you don't have a mode of transportation. So what do police always do? They target people by how your appearance is at the moment. You
where
could
you
be
going?
yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be fresh off work, like, but you have to walk to the bus stop and you got a tank top on or something. They're like, oh wait, no, you're sweaty, you look like you're on drugs. Let me talk to you for a second. Like, you know what I
Where
mean?
you
Like,
coming from? Oh yeah,
exactly.
you work there. Let me see your badge and prove that you
Right.
work there. Now it's like,
Right.
wait, why am I telling you? Why I have to defend? Why it's like we way
Exactly.
off. We way off from
Right.
where.
I'm
Yo,
wait, I'm trying to get to the bus stop. Like, what's going on? Like, we all been there. Like, you know what I mean? I want to say it happens to everybody, but I know it happens to another group more than the others.
more than
But
others.
yeah, exactly. So, but I think that for pedestrians, I think that's very big. Like, you know what I mean? For them to, because I want to say that one of the biggest things for me was when I gave the county that I live in their number back, like, and I wasn't on probation or parole anymore. It felt so liberating, because when the officers would still like, you know what I mean, the first year I was off, officers would still come and be like, hey, where you going? And I'd be like, don't worry about it. Like, and then they say, oh, well, you're on probation parole? I'd be like, nope. They'd be like, oh. And they know they can't mess with you. It's like you know what I mean? It's like
They go to that line where I
exactly,
can't go past this.
exactly. So now I feel like it gives even people who might be on paperwork or still on probation, anything like that, like, it still gives them a shot at not getting in trouble for just being in their regular situation. Like, so I think that's big for pedestrians. I actually definitely like that one better
Yeah,
than the driver. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
but I kind of still lean to what you were originally saying, man. I think there's gonna be some kind of word. There's gonna be some
Oh
trickery at
yeah, for sure.
play.
Always. Come on, man.
Something,
You
something.
know how they. I know how they play for surely. I already know.
It's gonna be something.
Like, you already heard I already premised it, man. We ain't gonna go back. I
Yeah,
already premised it.
yeah.
I ain't got no tape deck, nothing. Like, I'm trying to tell you, I saw the pictures in the car. Like, I was like,
Oh
should have had your license.
Then you really could have got something on.
Oh, hello. Then, you know what I mean? You see, blocking blessings. We got to start another part about blocking blessings. Like, you blocked the whole lawsuit for yourself. Like, what's going on, man?
A whole loss, a whole free money.
Yeah, right. You could have
Get some
been
of that tax money back.
Yeah, all that laying up you're doing right now. Now you could have been actually at least having some money while you're doing that laying up. That's wild. But anyway. I want to go to my favorite part of the show, man. The newest and my favorite part of the show. It's, you know what I mean? Inspired by Ink T to the G, called Who You Think It Gonna Be? And so this week, I want to actually bring to the forefront of the newly formed list that the judge has said is going to be dropped of 100 to 200 people of the Epstein list. And I thought
heard it was
that
like 150.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
150, which I thought was awesome, because I thought that was a great segue from where we came from. Because once again, you got to listen to the actual legal jargon. We're dropping the list of not accomplices in the crime. We're dropping a list of witnesses, victims, and possibly a few accomplices in the crime.
Yes. And then where that can even branch out from, like, that's a whole.
Yep.
So it's pretty crazy, because it's like,
right.
Boom, that cell, like, you know what we think of, like those terrorist cells. It's like that,
right.
But they operate, and it's like the big one. Now we're about to see all these other.
Well, let's be real though. Do you think anybody who's really like influential or of any real financial monetary means, you're gonna see their name on that list? Like, I don't. I said, do you think anybody who really participated in whatever happened on that island, who really is having enough money or clout, whatever, you gonna see their name on that list?
I guess I don't know who you're talking about in terms of who that would be, because that could be
everybody on that list. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said this list is funny, because you're going to get a whole bunch of witnesses and fucking random people that don't really have it. All right, well, quote me on clip this. No, clip it. Watch. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back. Watch.
Yeah. I just think we don't know nothing until we got anything right now. We just know 150.
I'm man. Come on.
You think it's just gonna be Tom, Jerry, Frank, Sally?
Look, anybody who's gonna be on the list. I see them little bullshit Twitter things that were on the list, the fake Twitters, whatever. Like, look, everybody who they got on that list can't defend themselves. Like, you know what I mean? The Bruce Willis, like Clint Eastwood, like
I ain't seen any of those lists. So you're talking about celebrities. You're talking about like entertainment, Hollywood celebrities.
They're trying to lead it to be an assumption that the list is going to be a majority of celebrities that are in our face, musicians, icons, like, you know what I mean? That's what they're trying to allude to. And that's why everybody's so thirsty for this list. They want to know who in power, government officials, like things of that nature. But I noticed it was kind of funny, though. On all the Twitter lists, I didn't see one government official. Especially on Twitter, too. I expected somebody to be hating on Trump somewhere. I was surprised to see it. But what do you think about the list, though? You think you're gonna get some real tea?
Honestly, I just can't wait to see it. As far as tea, I don't really care in terms of like what celebrities.
Right.
What I want to see is if it's like some high person from Poland, no disrespect, or like a sheik out Middle East, like when I want to see just if some of those. I just want to see how big this is. If it's not just just Hollywood American, this is just LA on an island going. You know what I mean? Like is this some like real global?
Yeah, that's
powerful people, and they probably have other islands type. Like that's where I'm like, I want to know who's on the list because I want to see how big this really could be. Not like
pause.
Not like was Arnold Schwarzenegger on there? Whatever. Like I don't.
No, that's a crazy angle. I never. You know what's crazy? We so caught up in America and our situation, our minds don't even. My mind didn't. You know what I mean? But yours did. Like,
I didn't see no list. That's why I was just.
That's a great question. Like, what about some sheiks? I mean, why would Epstein be only exclusive to
his money go everywhere?
Yeah, exactly. Good. Money doesn't just stop in America. Like, and I fully believe that he ain't blocking no money. Like, so.
I'm sure crazy. He has plenty of relationships all over.
For sure, world, he had a lot of connections. For sure,
all
sure. That's wild.
Man. So
that's a great. You know what? That's crazy. I never thought about it in that way.
So yeah, I'm like you. I'm one, but I didn't really. Of course, like you're saying, like we got to clip this because we don't know. But
yeah,
in terms of like, if I'm trying to like go off and like what I'm like, maybe it could be, and I'm excited. Is for sure that like
that's lit.
Like is it?
Hey, you know, America.
Is
would
Ronaldo
be
on there? No disrespect. I love that dude. But what if homie's on there? Mike Tyson.
But I was gonna say
Tyson's on there.
But I was gonna say though,
back in the day.
No, but I was gonna say though, I feel like as America, like we would be more prone to expose the other countries before we would even expose a celebrity here first. Wouldn't you think that?
But you can't do any until you get the whole list.
Right. But I'm saying though, wouldn't you think that they would leave maybe some celebrities off because they have maybe that in the back and in the tuck?
Well, that's if you just believe they're going to leave some names off. Then I guess if we're going to believe they're taking names off, then they're going to pick and choose for sure.
Do you believe they're giving you the whole unadulterated list? They're going to give you just nothing redacted, just straight up and down list.
I believe I'm gonna get whatever I can get. I can't act like I know there's more. I can't act like.
Okay, I like that answer.
It's a dream then, right? Like, oh no, there's got to be more. Like, but is there? I don't know. Like,
I mean,
what is it possible? Highly likely.
I mean, do we know everything about Watergate yet? Still,
you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. Maybe we get a list and it's people that are redacted or government officials or something. Like it's like maybe it's 150 names, but we only get to see 20 because these are sheiks and people that are going to make global redacted. You know what I mean? Like that's why I just want to see what happens with the names, but not in terms of like what I guess kind of you're saying is going around like
right. No, I mean obviously those are smut names.
Yeah.
We don't care about
Everyone
that.
just wants to get people out of Hollywood to see who gets the new seat and then do it again. And then
for sure. Yeah, perpetuate the cycle for sure.
So it's like, all right, man. Like, yeah, some of those people might be on there. Yeah. But imagine if the dude that runs FIFA is in there, the soccer, world soccer, like,
and he out of here now. I mean,
that kind of stuff. Like, man, that's big money.
All I know is I know one person I know for a fact right now who can't be on that list.
Me?
Oh.
Oh.
I feel it. Yeah. You ain't trying to get chop suey. But yeah, no, I met somebody who was a little higher in the tax bracket who's already been going through it. But like if that name come up right now, that's it's gonna be bad for
T or start with a B?
Oh, let's start with an S. Oh, you mean his real name or his actual his stage name? Man, we talking about Diddy, man. I ain't pulling no punches, man. Look, man, like, yeah, I'm like, you the last one that needs to pop up on this list, man. I know he over there shaking like a stripper on a Friday night. Like, what? This is the what? Look, Diddy, you shouldn't have tried to buy out that liquor company, man. Now they had to, you know what I mean? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to this. Hold on. Let's go ahead and dispel some of these rumors, man. Okay. It made major headlines this past I want to say less like week. I want to say it. Everybody's been so against Elon Musk for the last little bit, so they're trying to spread some innuendo, some rumors. They're talking about how their robot actually hurt and injured an employee on the job while he was working on some other machines. So let's dispel the rumor. First off, this is not recent. This was 2021, which already pissed me off already when I actually started doing research. I was like, why is this trending now? Clickbait. Second off, it wasn't even the AI humanoid robot that he's actually built, the human one. Like, it wasn't even that. It was an actual mechanical arm placement. Like, it's like the equivalent of your blender breaking down, like, and malfunctioning and just acting up. It just was an arm. Anyway, this is why, hey, I don't want to break no fifth wall ish, so I'm just gonna say it like this, point blank period. I hate the clickbait era we're in right now. Like, I know they censor us a lot on how to say certain things and things of that nature, but you guys have went out of your way, and you guys, I mean, other podcasts, social media people, whatever, you guys have went out of your way to circumvent that by giving us clickbait that has nothing to do with the actual content you're posting, which is weird because we're going to stop watching you. That's it. You got 2 minutes. You got 34 seconds with me. If they don't get to the topic I saw in the title, we out of here. We out of here. Block giants, we don't do that. But anyway, what do you think about this fake news? We don't do that. Nothing but raw, hot content for sure.
When you mentioned it, I started looking it up, and I was like, wait, this is old, man. But then I just, how I always do, I like to zoom back out, and I'm like, so why is this bubbling right now? Like, what's the whole point? Why are we talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I try not to wear the conspiracy hat too much, but if you want to for this, you can. And there's a few different hats, but
hello,
we don't really know. And I think here at Block Giants, we trying to keep it factual. And if we do go off and dream, we'll try to make sure it's clear it's dream or
right.
Or hope. Like, I hope this happens. Like, but
right. Or I'll say allegedly.
Oh yeah,
nobody's been convicted. Like,
oh, for sure on that sense, yeah.
I mean, or we could also say rumor mill. Like, but it doesn't affect my opinion about the topic. My opinion about the topic is it's old and it's dated, and we are both wondering why it's relevant 2 years later.
Yeah. Is it because Elon needed a low hit right before the end of the year, before the fiscal year?
Hello.
to drop some stocks or to drop some value to make his bottom line look bad? Did he leak this? Did he spark this himself because he can run a social media site? Did some of this start from there and then permeate out to then of course YouTube and everywhere else? Like, I
Is
mean,
it a precursor to a civil case maybe the employee might be trying to have against him in the future?
sounds like he's all cleared. Like they cleared it all up. Like they good.
Oh, so he's
Like
not
the
tripping.
person healed up, person got money. Like they
Yeah.
probably settled already. They probably
Mm.
took care of it. That's why it's like, why are we making a fuss about this? We're not making a fuss. Okay, so why is
Like I
everyone
said,
talking about it? There's a lot of people talking about it. That's all really, but there's nothing to really like bring up. You know what I mean? And then he got
I
asked
mean,
about it, and he said
what?
the same thing.
Oh, what about Neo? What about you? Ever think about that?
Neo.
Neo's is Elon Musk's Japanese kind of his Lex Luthor to the whole electric car business. Like, you ever think that maybe they're just trying to maybe better their stocks up for the coming year coming up ahead as well?
Oh, I see. It's possible. Yeah.
Throw some smut on their name real quick there,
Oh yeah,
because
yeah, exactly, exactly. It could be electric companies, it could be the solar companies, it could be a combination. He has all these different businesses. It could be
yeah,
Facebook too. You know, it could be everybody doing a little bit.
yeah, okay.
Like, oh, it's on my platform. Like, hey, run that, run
But
that good. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
but
Like,
but hold on, that begs the differ though. So that begs a bigger question. So who's in charge of the news and the timeline of when we get it, and why is it supposed to be relevant to us at the times we get it?
it's an interesting question, man. I think we're so head down working capitalism on 100. We don't even know what's going on half the time, and we have to usually wait till something gets crazy or make an uproar for everyone to be on the same page. But it seems like everyone kind of gets the news a day later, sometimes that day, maybe 2 days later, depending upon what it is. And there's just, I think, so much coming in to us,
That's facts.
mad angles, to where
It's hard
I
to
don't think
filter.
not only is it hard to filter, we don't value the news the same now because we're getting so much other stuff too. A lot of it is also connected to the news, maybe like, oh yeah, I watch this pod with homie and such who are athletes, but they're gonna talk about this too. So like it kind of gets in there a little bit. So
I agree.
um I don't know. I don't got no like major takes on this. I just kind of scratch my head like why now
Exactly. That's the
and why
biggest issue
this?
I had. Yeah, the
Why now and
story
why
is
this? Because he has
yeah, the story
Starlink,
itself had
he's
nothing to
got
do with me. Yeah, I
everything.
didn't care about it at all. I was just like, why now? Like, that's what my biggest. That's why I brought it up. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
cool then. Yeah, that's all right though. We can definitely move along, man. I was thinking that you said that we get so much information because a lot of podcasts are out, like, you know what I mean? And sometimes you would rather hear the news from somebody who you identify with more, or, you know what I mean, that you watch on TV, which is lit. Like, so, you know what I mean? Because it's the internet. Like, you always feel like the news is old, it's stale, like, they talk forever. But it's
And
crazy though, not because it was crazy when I thought about it, because I want to say WGN and
Chicago.
Giga, I want to say in Giga, Texas, Giga, Oklahoma,
Mm.
actually reported on Glenn Simmons in
Mm.
2003. Like, that was wild. How 2003, that was 20 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how long ago that was? Like, he was already. So I'm sorry, my bad. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Glenn Simmons. He is the longest he's the longest falsely accused of a crime person who has been incarcerated the longest. So that means this person was accused of committing an M1,
Mm.
and he did 48 years in jail in Oklahoma, a city he's never even been to. He's from Louisiana, all because of the testimony of somebody and then some corruption. So, but I thought it was dope. WGN really was trying to get him out. He had a lot of people working for him. But that's insane to go to jail at 21 years of age for a crime you didn't commit and come home at 71. Like, and the bigger kick in the back is because of a law that Oklahoma City made. They said that he's only entitled to 175,000 in compensation for the false arrest and conviction. That's the law they made. That's the largest payout they will ever do. They already made a law. I felt like they made that like the day they arrested him. Like, oh yeah, this gonna come back. Like, yeah, nah, let's cover our kids. Because when he come back, he gonna bankrupt the city. Like, but how do you feel about the situation? I have a major opinion about it, but I want to let you talk about it because my situation. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Yeah, get it off.
Oh man, like
Pause.
I just hate these wrongful incarceration things because besides like losing that time of your life, like a lot of people come out of there changed, man.
Yeah.
Changed. And quick sidebar, that show, The Night of, you can never watch that. It's a short, like 5 or 6 episode show on HBO. What jail did to him and changed his life is almost as brutal as the time lost. And so I feel for this dude, man. And
I ain't even seen it.
Like, I mean, out of all those things, like what is it? The Innocence Project. There's all these there's these companies, I don't want to say little, there's all these companies that do this work, which is great. It's just, I think this is just another sign that there's not enough of them, and like if you ever, like y'all will ever want to like donate some money or something, like find some of those places, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I just want to take this moment to kind of just
definitely
throw that out there, because to me that's more important. Like, maybe you don't want to donate to like Salvation Army, or you don't want to donate to the cops or something, like whatever locally, but like find one of those groups that do that are looking up all these convictions and doing the research and trying to get these people out that didn't do any crimes, because they're changed in many, many ways.
I completely agree. That's a cause I would donate to.
For sure. And yeah, I just want to throw that out there, but I'm gonna give it to you, my man over there.
Okay, I didn't think I was gonna do it twice, but I guess I am gonna do it twice in one pod. I'm gonna premise how I feel about this whole situation with the story. We all know between our followers and my brother right here, that I used to have a couple run-ins with the law before. In one of my situations leading on my path to enlightenment and being a better person, I've been home years. I'm over here at a special park in Oakland that we all hang out at. I just randomly bump into an OG I randomly seen come home. He got a M1 conviction overturned. He was falsely accused as well. He did, which is weird too, because he did 60 years.
Oh shit.
So he left when TV was barely even here.
Like maybe one house had it. Maybe one house had it.
Yeah, he left when he left when It's a Wonderful Life was a blockbuster.
I couldn't tell you.
Like, no, that was It's a Wonderful Life. This is all black and white. Anyway, it's the holiday season, man. It's crazy. I thought that hit. Oh well. Hey, in the comments, y'all know It's a Wonderful Life, man. That's a man. Anyway, short story short though, like I got to know him because his story, like he has a lot of wisdom. I every time I pass by that spot, I always stop and talk to him. We became great friends. We built a great relationship. But the fact is, the biggest thing for me is not only the wisdom he gave me. That wasn't the big thing. That was a great thing. That was a blessing. It's always a blessing. But the biggest thing that I took from that is that gentleman has been behind the walls for so long. That is, you spent 3 times of your life already, behind in gladiator school in a situation that is subhuman.
Talk about it.
Very insane. And the fact
gladiator school, damn.
Yeah. And the fact that you come home, the world has moved on. I remember when I did my little time and I came home, I was like, oh shoot, Little Caesars ain't there no more. Oh shoot, they closed down Lucky's. Like, you coming home and it felt like the whole society has moved on without you. Like,
not just your homies.
Yeah,
not just your homies. Like
this man left. This man left. Oh yeah, he lost family members, his parents, like everybody gone. Like it's just him. But I'm saying, can you imagine? Can you imagine being around a black and white TV and then just going somewhere and then coming back and then there's the internet? It's like, you know,
this is your TV.
Like, but anyway, like I said, the worst part about that is
the fact that for no reason.
Yeah, no reason. And they gave him a little check. It ain't hitting how it should. You know what I'm saying?
That check is some bullshit, dog.
Yeah. But like I said, like that's why I said I identified with it more when you was talking about, because they took away this man's, not only they took away his life, they also took away his livelihood. So now when he comes home, there's no way for him to make a decent wage or put some food on a plate for himself. All he knows is jail. He can tell you a million things about how to make a knife. He can't tell you nothing about billing and coding. Like, you know what I mean? He can't put nothing on a resume. Like, so that's why I said
he missed the whole computer era.
The whole thing. He don't even know. He don't know what Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, anybody look like. He don't even.
The whole thing he missed. He might have heard about it from the inside, from things, but like
he missed the whole thing. And that's what I said. That's really the biggest tragedy. That's how you really kill a person. You take away their actual youth, and then you take away the way for them to defend themselves or provide for themselves. And then they told Glenn Simmons, we're back on him. This is why I was upset about the situation, because they made that law to only allocate $175,000 for that gentleman for that 48 years. This man is living on $175,000 and a GoFundMe account after he was wrongly done. Like, I feel like the Supreme Court needs to intervene or something, because that law right there. I felt like I said, it was a joke, but I felt like they made that law the day they arrested him, because that's convenient as hell, ain't it? Or how many people y'all been doing this to?
Right,
for real.
Like
who thinks of a law like that? Like, for real, they
no matter how long the time you get this,
they fuck with. Hey, you know what? They must have been fucking with Tiffany Henry or Mama or something.
I mean,
they might. She been making laws. You know what I'm saying? They might have hit her up and been like, "Hey, we trying to double back in." Oh yeah, just go pass a law. You know, I do it all the
time. Just for shits and giggles, man. Let me just see how close.
Close the office up and shit.
Let me see how close Illinois is to.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm just saying.
To Oklahoma.
Yeah, she could have made a little trip on the taxpayer money. Went down there and, you know what I mean, made a business trip.
Illinois is here.
It ain't that far, y'all. It ain't that far.
We close.
We might have to check her business expenses. You see Dalton on there? You see Dalton on there? I ain't gonna lie. Why can't she cut a check for Glenn Simmons? She been cutting checks everywhere. Let him hold something. You know what I'm saying? Let him hold something.
You said WGN, right? I think that's Chicago or Illinois. That's Illinois base.
Yes, sir.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yes,
I was like, wait a minute. I'm starting to put the dots together.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. It was kind of close. But I believe we're at this part of the situation where I want to see if you ready for it though, my dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you was slipping last time, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't usually catch you lacking. I need to know what's up with this random hip hop fact that nobody know about.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of got two because one wasn't really like that.
You said you got two.
I got two.
Oh, you got. Oh, I thought you said you got two.
I got two. Now I got a 2-piece.
With a biscuit or nah?
No.
Okay.
Just two. So the first one is Ghostface Killer is a b-boy. I don't know. To me, that's just like I got to throw that in because of our b-boy lineage. I ain't really got no other stories. He didn't say much else about it besides a couple of interviews back in the day, like no battles with no other like rappers who used to b-boy. So,
No, I
but
heard
yeah,
about
he.
that one. I heard about
But
that
you
one.
know, yeah, he was.
You know, I heard about that one.
Yeah, he was one of them dudes.
Yeah.
So I got to throw that one out because that was one I think when we
I
first
wanted.
met, we was talking about that a
Hell
lot.
yeah.
It was
But
like, oh, yo, Ghost.
I wanted to ask, like, remember when we first heard about it? What was the biggest thing we said? I was like, I wonder if he was hitting that top rock and then Wallaby Clarks. Like, can you imagine that top rock? That tops must have been crazy. And the Wallabies, what?
With the Daytona 500,
what?
That breakbeat. Remember that?
What?
He was like, yo, I knew he could do windmills just hearing that song. I was like, yo, this dude's crazy. I remember that. Like, hear the song? You know this dude was doing windmills. I was like, you're right. You're right. You're right.
That motherfucker came right out there and did some windmills too.
Oh man, it's too good.
He came right out there. He ain't transitioned from flair to nothing. He went straight to windmill.
He's like, I got this, and that's it.
Man, B-boy commentary, man, be hilarious. Man, I wish they used to have, like, you know what, like the NFL, they have the other niggas on the side mic'd up.
Oh yeah,
like, that would have been lit for B-boying. Like, take it to the next level.
That would have been dope.
Yeah,
just hearing the commentary.
Yeah, what? He gonna come out with that bullshit again. Watch. All he do is power. He trash. Like, watch. Just come out here with it. Like, you know,
yeah, K-Mel mic'd up every jam. He's sorry. He's sorry.
Not K-Mel. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there's. You know what? Before the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trolls, bro. Y'all was at least a little more bold and brave about it. Like, y'all would hate to your face at least back in the day. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, y'all was still hating behind the scenes, but at least, like, you had to respect some of your haters back in the day, right? At least they'd come to your jam and support you and yell at you at the same time. Like, you paid money to yell at me. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, that means we beefing for real. Like, this ain't no internet shit. Like, you paid money to come here and yell at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That means it's really up for real. Like, that's dope. But okay, what I'm gonna trade off. I'm gonna go with the next one. Hip hop random fact that I don't think people know about is that the rap group The Locks that hail out of Yonkers, they all met at private school.
I did recently hear about this too.
Oh, recently. Oh,
yeah, I recently heard about this. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
I thought it was lit because the way it was nonchalantly brought up. He was like, I don't understand why people didn't know that. Like, I'm like, because you niggas rap about pushing guns, drugs, and you hang out with Biggie and DMX. Like nobody thought you were going to such and such academy. Where were they going to? Bel Air? Like, wherever the hell.
Right. Something like that. One of them.
Nobody thought like you would. Can you imagine walking down the hallway and seeing Styles P like at a private school, like with the jacket on? Like, nobody saw that coming, gang. I think you should have probably kept that to yourself. But go ahead. So, what's your next one?
Oh, that was Jadakiss is dead.
I know, right? Just let that out too. Like,
oh, that's the boys. They were mine. Oh,
you see Jada too? He was like,
I felt I could just feel the Timberlands shrinking like half a size. I could just feel them like.
Right, hey, I can tell you in the head he was thinking like, I just debuted this new haircut. You gonna do me like this, Dad? Like, you gonna do me? You
just gonna shit on my dad like that to the grandson?
I'm gonna promote the juice bar now. I'm gonna put juice bar. Damn. Nah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Sure. Thank you. What's your next one, sir?
Oh, the other half of what I had was that's ironic. Mine was Sheik Luch wrote the "Get at Me, Dog" hook that DMX spit. Yep, wanna be killers? Get at me, dog. Yep, with the real.
Wasn't that him on the hook?
No, but they had DMX do it too. Like he spits it too.
Because I remember hearing Sheik actually on that song.
Yeah. No, but so there's an interview with someone, I won't say their name, but they're pretty famous. They were in Murder Inc. Was saying otherwise that. Man, so I just thought it was good timing to just throw this out because we were talking about the Locks.
If I was
like,
you,
let me just throw this out. You know what I mean?
If I was you, I'd leave a light skin out of it too. He can't shut what they call the fuck up, bro. Irv, bro, bro. You worse than a pillow talking nigga, bro. Like you, bro. And you got money too, bro. Why you always talk about somebody else too? I know you salty in the face too, because Nelly over here went and got that thing pregnant too. Yeah, bro. Stop over there smutting on people's names, bro, for no reason.
Shout out to Sheik though, because he handled like a G when they was asking him to. He was like, he said this, and he was like, I could just tell you I wrote it. Kept it pushing. Like, hell yeah, Sheik.
Shout out Sheik. My bad about Irv, man, but man, you light skins do something to me. Pause. But yeah, so after that one, I want to say we should move on to our other portion that we didn't get to last time, which was our famed TV section.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I failed this part of the portion of the show because I still haven't gotten a night manager. Because
are you on house? It's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, no, but I've been also busy.
If anything, we should do house check-ins. Like, where are you at on the show? Because I could be like, mm-hmm.
I'm on season 3 of House.
Okay, and
where they played with him by trying to act like they're gonna give him his leg back, and then he didn't get his leg back, and then he tried to fake it, and then try to get off the drugs, and then got back on the drugs, and then, well, actually, hold on, I'm tweaking. I'm after that part. I'm at the part where he played with that cop in the wrong way. He blank abused him, and now he out for revenge. That's where I'm at.
Okay, yeah, he's messing with that cop.
Yeah, you can't play with everybody butthole, man. I'm just saying. Some people get tight about it. Pause.
Hey, it's New Jersey.
Hey, if he was in Portland, though, he'd have got that off. Pause.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be doing that in Jersey like that.
Oh, God. People be sensitive about that area. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at with that.
Oh yeah, and we just chopped it up a few days ago. So no, I get you.
Yeah, I really wanted to get on that especially because remember you told me actually Hugh Laurie is actually the main character of Nightmare. So I'm like, I want to actually get the full grasp of him. Pause. I want to get the full. I want to get the. I just want to see the man do his movie shit, his TV show situation, and then go peep him do another role in another movie. Shit.
For sure.
But yeah, but so you see Night Manager though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah, it's like 3 or 5 episodes or something like that. It's like short.
Oh shit!
It's a short miniseries thing, like one of them like limited things.
Oh, they did a Luther on it.
Way back before people was doing it, they did that. So I was like, oh, what is this? Oh, you just legit telling me it's gonna be this short? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they did the BBC. Pause. They did the Luther shit.
Yeah. Luther. Yeah, there's 4 episodes. Thanks.
Yeah, 2 episodes on season 3.
Right? It's like you get 2.
Oh, thank you for that.
Merry Christmas.
I thought they was capping. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like a nerd too because I thought they was capping. I'm like, yeah, I'll come in next week. It'll be episode 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh wait, maybe they're on a break. I came back like a month later. I was like, maybe it's a little break. They had the nerve to hit on that bitch. Season 4. I'm like, what happened to season 3? Like, I thought that bitch was 2 of them Jones. But yeah, but let's go ahead and talk about something you have seen though. Big Gen V.
Oh yeah. Gen V.
Big Gen V. Did you actually see the whole thing?
Finished the whole thing.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. What do you think about the actual new generation? Well, actually, I'm gonna ask you. My question is, what do you think about the new generation of the new mutants that are coming out in this universe?
I liked the variations that they weren't the typical same. There's a few of the same, and of course, in true The Boys universe fashion, there's some making fun of others. But I liked it because it's kind of like the X-Men School of Mutants type thing, right?
Right. So, that's the vibe I got.
So you should be able to see a lot of different types of weird, crazy shit.
Right.
I thought it was pretty dope. I thought it was a little weird at the end when there was just a bunch of superheroes running amok. I thought it would be a little more damage, to be honest. But it seemed like it was like, oh, just 4 are going ham, and then the rest are kind of just running around
Regular
scared or something.
citizens running from
Yeah,
Godzilla. Yeah, which
yeah.
is
And I was like,
weird.
this is weird. I would be like, I would think a lot of them would be testing each other, or I don't know. But
Well, actually, I want to say that probably it didn't happen because remember they did have those protocols in place that usually shut the shit down in like 2 seconds. Remember they had those little the voice things or the sonic shit
without
like
not
they always
doing,
have.
they had that at a second, but then they
Yeah,
didn't
but they
have
got
that no
but then it
more.
got shut down and everybody just started running. I'm like, oh, so at this school y'all getting D's here then? Y'all
Right.
like let's be real though. Like, have you seen like a really buff dude walking down the street talking crazy at a club? Or not actually, have you seen that really one drunk dude at the club, hella buff, big as hell, but you would be a 5 of your people and he start talking crazy and you just give the look to your partner? You like, yeah, we finna mop this fool up. Say one more thing. Like, so we ain't worried about it. So you're telling me a Homelander is scaring a whole school and it wasn't even Homelander, which made it crazier. Like, if it was Homelander, I'd say run, like for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it was. I
But
like the show a lot. I feel
me
like
too.
it got a little loose at the end to me. Like some of the writing wasn't as tight. Like those kind of things, like you're just talking about. There's one more thing I was gonna say about the show that kind of was like, maybe it'll come back to me.
Yo, I saw the most insecure thing I ever saw in my entire life on that show. I never knew the levels of insecurity until I saw when the dude said, "Get small for me."
Oh, that yeah.
Yo, that was wild, bro. And they mad at Diddy about the freak offs. Like, you know what I mean? That's the freak off. That's the freak off, yo.
That's the boys,
That's
man. That's
that's
that
a
universe.
that's a next level of perversion, bro. You can't even search porn for that. Like, if you wanted to, if you wanted to, like, that's a
I'm
whole
sure
new level.
it'll be out in a couple years with some CGI tricks soon enough.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out for sure. That was just wild. But go
Sure.
ahead. What were you saying? Go ahead. That's when I was like, when I saw that, I was like, and then they actually showed it, and I was like, oh, word. Oh, they tweaking on this show. Okay, cool. They competing with the boys.
I guess for me, it's like I just wasn't completely sure on the whole like university. Is it like a university school thing for real, or is it actually just this camp? And if it's this camp, I would think you'd have some older people, some younger people.
Nah, actually, what it is in
Because they're trying
true,
to make like this scholarship type, you get picked
yeah,
and shit,
yeah,
right?
no,
But
no, no, in true boys universe fashion, or actually, what's the name of the company that is running the whole? It starts with a
but
V. Vought, yeah. In true Vought fashion, they had a great idea and poorly managed it. So it's not a school whatsoever. It's just a cover for that camp shit. But then they're also trying to use it as a cover and still trying to hopefully find something to stop Homelander in the future, and then
yeah,
still trying to, make it look good. But
yeah.
yeah.
But I'm just trying to I'm like, I guess me as just a viewer, I'm like, I just was confused. Like, is this really school, or is it just like? Because you know what I mean? They're trying to say God, you, that was dope.
Yeah.
Godolkin, you, like that was all dope. I got that. That was fresh.
Right.
But I just was like, wait, people acting like this dude, Golden Boy's like a senior or something. I'm like,
super senior.
I'm like, and these niggas, are they going to school? Like,
Super,
really?
no,
Are they actually
super
going
senior.
to class?
No,
You know
super
what I mean?
senior. He like 28 and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's Will Ferrell. He's Will Ferrell in the old school. Yeah, got you.
Y'all seen that super senior in high school? You know what I mean?
Well, it's supposed to be college, right?
Shit. That makes it worse though, because
exactly
you can't get no. I mean, maybe he's trying to work for his bachelor's in superheroism. I don't.
But yeah. No, the show was cool. I started Mr. Robot. Started watching that again. In the meanwhile, until Reacher season 2's done. So for me, I'm on Mr. Robot season 3 out of season 4.
Which one is that one again?
That's
something Raimi
Malek.
Oh yeah, that's one. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, that was good. Hell yeah.
Because you remember like a couple episodes ago, you were talking about like computer programming. If you watch Mr. Robot and what he's doing, he's shutting down.
Yep,
world plants like
Visually.
So like
that's just
another.
too.
Yeah, it's a dope show. So I have to. I know. I feel like because I'm watching that, I have to temper my conspiracy theory hat because I'm watching that show right now. So that's why I was trying to make sure I pull back. But great show.
Pause.
Um,
Pause.
almost done. I got about a season and a half left. So next week I'll give you my second watch recap or something. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, man. And
All
after
right.
that is Reacher 2. Reacher season 2, yo.
I ain't gonna lie. I finally put the missus on Reacher. She was like, well, I don't want to watch it. It looks dumb. I saw half the movie and I said, no, look, I read the
Don't do
book. I said, I read the book. She said, really? I said, yes. She said, where? Open
Think
the
about
closet
it.
up. Open the closet up. You know, I brought all my, I got my books still when I came, I came home. Exactly. I said, look, here's look, see, look, read the back of it right here. Look, read the insert. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, because remember, that's how you got me to actually want to watch it. Because once you said, I said, oh, you know what? If you think about the actual book, it was dead ass accurate to the book. So she wants to go peep that. We might check that out. So that'll be good. Yeah. But she actually was crazy though, because you just put me back on Night Manager. So we gotta go straight to Night Manager next though. But we'll put that.
That's a short and sweet one, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
House is a monster. That's like 8 seasons. It's deep, and that's back when seasons were 20 episodes,
22, 24, like 45, 48 minutes an episode.
And like by season like 7 and 8, they're back down to like 16.
Oh, okay, cool.
15, 16. So
no, but I ain't gonna lie though. House is a great show, man.
Oh,
just his personality alone can carry the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even care about the supporting cast, really. Like,
Omar Epps, he can act, but Hugh Laurie is just another level.
Another beast. He's like Ryan Cranston, like, you know what I mean, and Breaking Bad, like
but from Britain, but from like the UK.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like not. I'm not comparing similar other styles. I'm saying like he's like that much of a monster when it comes to his presence on stage, on the show. Like he ran over through every supporting actor on Breaking Bad, the same way like on this show, like everybody else is pretty much just holding coattails. Like his personality is just that dominant.
Yeah, he's from the UK.
No, you know what's crazy? A lot of these new artists, not new, but a lot of these great, you know what I'm saying, actors and shit like that aren't from here. They just got the accents down really
That's
good.
why Night Manager's dope, because he's talking his normal accent.
Oh, okay.
That's why that's kind of dope too, because you see like 8 seasons of House and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you realize like that's not his real. What?
Oh, that's wild. Oh, that's wild. I definitely I definitely want to peep that.
That's why I'm just saying. That's why his acting, like it for one of the Brits, like he's top notch, dog. Top notch. He's dope.
Yeah.
Anything with him, 100 Dalmatians, whatever, anything, dog. Trust me. He's a bad dude.
That man said anything with him, 101 Dalmatians, dog.
Okay. Double entendre?
No. Yeah, you snuck it in there too. He do this. Okay, I thought I was the rapper. Okay. But you know, I'm glad you said that though when it comes to this music, because that actually brings us to our last and final portion of today's episode. And this is actually brought by my man Richter and this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We got what is your creative process?
Yeah, man.
And hold on, let me introduce it because
okay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna feel it too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you the alley. Hey. So when he asked me to put this on the docket or whatever, I had a couple questions just because I was wondering, does it pertain to a certain part of anything? Does it pertain to dance, video games, any genre, any creative like I didn't understand. And then he kind of laid it out for me simply. When it's time to not do anything that's book related that requires any kind of creative thought, how do you get in the zone? So when I put my mind on that opens my mind up to pretty much almost anything that you do that's creative. Even potting is creative. So that expanded my mind. So that was dope. So going into that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to Rick and go ahead and tell me what your creative process is. How do you get jiggy with it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't even know where to start. I just kind of jot down a few ideas and then I see what is the best, and then I pretty much flesh that out to where if I don't hit a wall by a certain threshold, it might be a good idea to give more attention. So I kind of have like a leash but I give like a 3 branch like idea thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
three ideas. This one's actually dope. Okay. Now what else about this? Let's dig deeper. And if I hit a wall where it's like, nah, this is actually not going to be successful, or has too many cons, I pull it back. But it's kind of like a tree branch type mentality for me. Um, I can't get too far ahead and then pull back. So I can't be like a big visionary, like, oh, I could be that on stage crazy or something. I can't
Mm-hmm.
do that. So for me, it's the other way around building. And so it's the same with making making art, making graphics, making stuff. I'm laughing because a couple of days ago, T got to watch me do some live graphic stuff. So, um, so for me,
On the
like,
spot, and it was raw.
but he got to see my process, and it's like it's never like some big. I'm stuck on the side. Like he seen me have an idea, and something else. And so I guess for me, my process is more like I'll give a bunch of small bursts into things and see what has wheels, and then I move those forward. And by the end, I usually have 2 ideas or one left. That's the one. You know what I mean? But I'll move all the little pieces slowly until they stop or have roadblocks. Just enough moving them. And so creative process, and that can be for writing lyrics. You know, word option. Do I want to do metaphor here? Stuff like that. Is it too wordy? Is it not natural? You know, check next part. Like everything for me is just iteration and building. And I think that's just from computers being my thing. Computers are all iteration, kind of modular type mindsets. So creatively for me, that's my comfort zone. So yeah, I guess how I get in the zone is I do a lot of pre-meditation on the matter. And then even if I'm gonna just go in and freestyle it, I still have something to go off of. Even if at that moment I'm finally drawing, before that I've done a lot of like just mental work so that when I'm there and I'm ready to draw or paint or create, I'm ready with the canvas. You know what I mean? So
Okay, awesome.
yeah. What about
Yeah.
you though? What's up with your process? Does it change per art? Because you're doing kind of a lot of things now. You're not just rapping. You're not just you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
I actually want to say that it does change per genre. With me though, I want to say that it all taps into one fundamental aspect, and doesn't it doesn't really matter how like you get there. With me personally, like it's this whole thing that even when I was b-boying, when we were dancing, like sometimes we would just lay there and visualize. Like, remember we had those conversations, I want to say 20 years, like, you know what I mean? Long time ago, where we lay on the linoleum and just be like, when people would ask us, like, how do you come up with the stuff that you guys come up with and what you do? And then what was the answer? Do you remember?
if it wasn't the comic book one,
Oh, okay. I remember a different answer. It was well, I remember the comic one too for sure.
that's why. Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah. No, I was thinking about the actual answer, the honest answer when we were actually being honest with people.
yeah. When we're sharing the
Uh
actual sauce,
yeah,
because I
yeah,
would go,
the
"It's
real
comic, bro."
sauce.
Like,
Yeah. No, no, we said we actually lay there in our own version of meditation. I didn't realize even back then that was meditation. But our own version of meditation was we would lay there and try to think of something fucking impossible and then do it. Like,
or get
and
in a weird position and sit there for a sec, like, yo,
but like something that nobody has, you've never seen it, never could do it, never, and we'd be like, okay, now how can I do that? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like when it comes to with music, with dancing, that was different. But with music, I always try to keep that same fundamental process. Like, think of something impossible that people aren't doing and just try to do that. With
hell yeah.
music, I want to say that it was equally the same. Um, the only difference with music towards the end, it became more fluid, it became more easier. That my process was more of just remembering, so it made the songs a lot easier. Instead of me trying to pretend to be this, it makes the songs harder to write when you're trying to pretend. Like,
Mm, mhm, mhm.
as a songwriter, like even that's easier because then like if you're writing for somebody else, you can say, oh, this is this person. You can write about their life and just write it more wittier. But when you're writing about your own life, like that should be easier as hell. So
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't have no creative process with that besides just remembering. But yeah, when it comes to potting, dancing, anything, like man, just yeah, man, get with a creative genius, man. That's my process. Get with a creative genius, man, who complements your weaknesses and you complement his weaknesses, and you end up like a block giant, man. That's what I got.
Yeah, man. I think the last thing I'll say is when it comes to just art and you're trying to be like somebody that just takes it in whatever format or medium, you know, just think of it as like a jacket and just try it on. And if it don't fit right, try something else. And there's no need to throw it in the trash or burn it or make a scene, you know what I mean? Just put on the jacket, see if it works. And if it don't work, try something else. And if you try something on where you're like, yo, if I make a little alteration here and I make a little cut here, this could be fly, this could be my own thing. That's kind of what this hip hop thing's about, really. So like, you know, I just want to throw that out there that, like treat all the art, people's musics, people's videos, treat all of it, just try it on, give it a shot,
Hell yeah.
listen, you know. And then if it's not for you, go try on something else. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to further expand on that though. I like that you said that too, because one thing, there's another part of the game that I think you are going to glance over is the fact that when you try to do something and you learn something and it might not fit for you, that's a skill you obtained that doesn't go anywhere. So you try to do 3 different things and maybe it didn't succeed in your way, but those are all culminations of skills that you learned that might actually work in the next field that you are in, like now, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead, brother. Just had to say that.
no. That's pretty much where I was gonna head with it, man. Yeah, all these things are all skills.
Yeah.
Your achievements aren't just what you see, you know, like they're also things that you carry with you. Like those are your badges on your sash. Like those are all
Yeah.
things that you could put down. Like, oh, I know how to start a fire with twigs, and I know how to make like these are skills, right? So I know how to make a website. Oh, I know how to mix music. I know how to chop audio because I did rapping. Like
I saw
skills,
everything everywhere all at once, whatever. I saw that. You know
skills.
what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah.
everything's a skill. If you put enough time into it, then you can get value. But you know, learn as like you're saying, you know, learn as many skills as you can.
For sure.
If from me, I'm gonna tell you, stick to the ones that you kind of favor because those will make it easiest.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, the jacket with the small alterations better than just trying to make a whole new jacket. You go from there.
That's lit. That's bars though. That's bars though. You giving out these secret gems, bro.
You know,
That's, yeah, but it's crazy though. You gotta really listen. You be giving out like jigga, like you know what I'm saying, jigga gems. Like you know what I'm saying. You gotta
Rigga.
listen. You
I'm
know
a
what I
Rigga
mean?
gems. You know what I mean?
Rigga gems. You know what I'm saying? You know that's
Rigga.
crazy.
Rove.
He said Rove. Okay. The range? No, it's just Rove. Okay. All right, that's what's happening. But yeah, man, like I said, man, we actually had a late start, which I definitely apologize for, but it turns out the pod was still yanking.
Yo.
You feel me? That concludes episode 5. I ain't gonna lie, man. We got through all the topics, and I ain't gonna lie. I tried to bait you a little bit there, but you know what I'm saying, you always stay on your toes. You know what I'm saying?
We used to live together. I just always know. I just always know. It could be a random sock getting thrown at me from the other side of the room, dog. Like
Pause,
I
but
just
like,
know.
yeah, you just
Could be something. Could be something.
I be trying, bro. You be seeing what I'm doing or not?
Could be like a bag of skills
No, I
flying at me.
gotta.
I'm like,
Oh, for surely. No, remember I used to throw the red ones and the purple ones. I just be like, practice time, or you up?
So wake up, I just see you again.
A whole puddle. Oh god, purple and reds just laying all in a chalk outline like a dead body. Just. I was like, I tried to wake up. Remember, I used to buy the pound bags. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't getting that little dollar. I wasn't getting that dollar bag. It's but a pound bag, $5.99.
Lounge drugs before Rite Aid.
For surely. But yeah, man, thank you for tuning in with Block Giants, man. Man, we love being here with y'all, just like you love being here with us, man. This is episode 5, and I ain't gonna lie, we definitely on our way to that big cookout, man. We're going to bring the new year in right when we're going to be back with y'all on the 5th of January, man. So you can expect to see the next episode around maybe the 12th. And we're going to keep dropping gems, dropping bars, dropping clips, dropping episodes, dropping everything except the hot content. And that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm the flamboyant one. My man's the soft-spoken one. So I'm going to, you know what I mean, get it out there. Pause. So I want to say, yeah, like I said, block giants, man. Like I said, stay humble, stay prosperous, stay favorable, stay functioning, stay pivoting, stay pushing, stay grinding, stay on your pivot, man. And we out of here.